Hello, good day everyone. I'm Chegu Yip. I'm back for um, chapter 6, electrochemistry from 5. So now I'm going to explain on the factors that are affecting the products of electrolysis. Three factors which if affect the selection of ions to be discharged at the electrodes in the electrolysis of aqueous solution are: number one, we have position of ions in the electrochemical series. Number two, concentration of electrolyte. Number three, type of electrodes. Okay, so as you all know, electrolysis process is to break down the compound into constituent element. So the ions that present in the solution or in the solvent or solution, yes, they will be discharged. Okay, they will be discharged. Okay, so there are a lot of ions that present in the solution. Like for example, just now NaCl, okay, sodium chloride solution. Okay, there are four ions present. Okay, there are Na plus, okay, H plus, okay, and then O, H minus hydroxide ion, and also H plus. Sorry, Cl minus. Sorry, Cl minus. Okay, Cl minus. So these ions present in the solution. So we need to choose them based on the three factors. We cannot simply, this one will become sodium, this one become hydrogen gas, and so on. We need to choose accordingly. Okay, every time, each time only can electrolyze or only can break down one ions into its own element. Okay, it cannot break down into all the elements that present in these ions. Okay, so continue. For science info, when a positive ion is discharged, the ion will receive one or more electrons. Okay, they would like to form a neutral, and form an atom of a molecule. Okay, meaning now positive ions, they actually lack of electron. Positive ions, which is positive charge, they lack of electrons, so definitely they will receive electron to make them become a neutral atom or molecule. While for negative ion, which is discharged, the ion will donate one or more electron. Okay, the ion will donate one or more electron. They have too many electrons. Okay, and then they are going to donate it to form a neutral, to form an atom or molecule. Okay, so meaning the element they are going to form later is neutral. Okay, neutral. Okay, you have to know that the positive ions will accept more electrons. Negative ion will release the electron that have been actually extra in their own ions. Okay, now we go through one by one. The factors one by one. Okay, position of ions in electrochemical series. In the electrochemical series, metals are arranged according to the tendency of their atom to donate electrons. The higher the position of a metal in the electrochemical series, the easier it is for the metal to donate electrons. Okay, please take note of this. Figure 6.7 shows the arrangement of ions in the electrochemical series according to their tendency to be discharged. Okay, so meaning the ions that located at the bottom of the series is easier to be discharged. Same goes to the electrochemical series for N ion. Okay, meaning the ions that are located at the bottom of the list will be selectively discharged. Selectively discharged means will be discharged easier than others. Okay, if compared between okay, for example, sodium just now, sodium and also hydrogen ion from the previous example that I mentioned. Okay, here sodium chloride solution, which is salt solution. So Na is located higher, H plus located lower. So meaning to say during electrolysis, this ion will have tendency to be discharged. Okay, the list of ion you have to remember or memorize. Okay, so that easier for you to determine which ion is easier to be discharged. So look at the formula of each ion here. Ha, KNCNA ZFSPBH, C and A. These are the formula of the cat ions that is commonly present in our daily life and also solution. So I have a list to for you to memorize. Okay, so for K we have kalau. Okay, kalau. Na nut. Okay, Ca cherry. Mg. Okay, Al ali. Okay, Z ziarahi. Okay, ziarahi. F flat. S sekolah. Okay, P pada. H hari. Cu cuti. A ahad. Okay, so when you read this list, maybe it's hard, not maybe, well, it will be challenging for you to memorize like this. So when you can memorize the acronym of the sentence, kalau nak cari Mak Ali, ziarahi flat sekolah pada hari cuti Ahad. Okay, so please take note on the list. Okay, please take note on the list, memorize it. Okay, for N ion, we have fluoride ion, sulfate ion, nitrate ion, chloride ion, bromide ion, iodide ion, and hydroxide ion. Again, this is the formula. So I will focus more on formula but not the wordings. Okay, formula PQ S sampai na, okay, cirit, irit, I, okay. Okay, ataupun I pun boleh ya. So bermaksud kamu fluoride ion fikirkan F, sulfate ion S, nitrate itu N, Cl2 cirit, okay, bromide pirit, iodide I, hydroxide O. Hydroxide OH minus is okay. So kamu boleh fikirkan, okay, if you can list find other ways to memorize, you are welcome to do so. Okay. So have a look at the example number 1. Ions at the bottom of electrochemical series have higher tendency to be discharged. This is very important. Example number 1, we have electrolysis of sodium sulfate solution. Okay, sodium sulfate solution. So sodium sulfate, sodium sulfate solution. Okay, please take note. I will feel that when you write formula, it will be easier, even though writing formula is not in your syllabus. Okay, sodium sulfate. Ion present in the sodium sulfate solution during electrolysis is sodium ion, Na plus, sulfate ion, SO4, 2 minus, hydrogen ion, H plus, and also hydroxide ion, OH minus. Okay, so now second step. For cathode, which is negative electrode, it will attract positive ions. So it will attract sodium ions and hydrogen ions, which is positively charged. Then next step, now we determine hydrogen ions are selected to be discharged because the hydrogen ion is less electropositive if compared to sodium ion. Okay, which means now hydrogen ion is less electropositive. Okay, it is not it is electropositive lah, meaning tendency to become positive ion is lower. Tendency to become positive ion is lower if compared to sodium ion. Hydrogen gas is produced at cathode. Okay, so next one, observe the electrode at anode. Anode is a positive electrode. It will attract negative ions, namely sulfate ions and also hydroxide ion. Hydroxide ion, just now if you still remember, OK is hydroxide ion, OH minus, is selectively to be discharged because the hydroxide ion is less electronegative, okay, compared to the sulfate ion. Okay, meaning less electronegative here means the tendency to become negative ion is lower. Okay, so oxygen gas is produced at the sulfate, at the anode. Okay, example number 2. we have electrolysis of copper 2 sulfate solution. Okay, copper 2 sulfate solution. Ion present in copper 2 sulfate solution during electrolysis are copper 2 ions, sulfate ion, hydrogen ion because of solution, and also hydroxide ions. Okay, Cu2 plus, uh, sulfate, hydrogen ions, and also hydroxide ion. Cathode, negative electrode attract positive ion, namely copper 2 ion and hydrogen ion. So now you can see that copper 2 ions are selected to be discharged because it is less electropositive compared to hydrogen ion. Okay, meaning copper ion tends to form atom if compared to hydrogen. Okay, copper metal is deposited at the cathode. Okay, next one. Anode, positive electrode. It attracts negative ions, namely sulfate ions and hydroxide ions. Hydroxide ions are selected to be discharged because the hydroxide ion is less electronegative compared to the sulfate ion. Okay, again it is lower, and then it is less tendency to form negative ion. So oxygen gas is produced. Okay, so with this, uh, I will stop here. Okay, please stay tuned for my next video on the experiment. Thank you.